Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are featuring Tier 8 Tech 3 German tank destroyer Rhm Borsig Waffenträger, also known as Rumba. And I can tell you, this is loved by majority of the player base on WoT console. Anyone I play with, no one has anything negative to say about this tank. So let's go over the build quickly. I am using Camo build. For my equipment, I have loader, reloader, camo net. For skills, born reader, rapid loading snapshot, situational awareness, steady aim, silent driving, camouflage expertise, sixth sense, and muffled shot. So basically camo and a gun build. And also, for this replay, I am using the big gun. For the most part, I prefer the small gun. When I played it back in the day, I also just went with the 128. But I decided to play with the big gun because we don't have that accuracy issue anymore. And as I said, I always say I prefer APCR. This big gun obviously has the alpha, but the shell velocity is really slow. The AP shell velocity isn't the greatest. It's like 600 and the heat is 500, and way slower than the premium APCR that you just fire on the standard. However, because the bigger gun, it weighs less, you have better power to weight and you have a better mobility. And not to mention, Borsig is known for its stealthy camo. You just can't spot him easily. So the game just started. I'm in a tier 10 lobby, mountain pass. We do have the better spawn. I spotted in tank destroyer, since there's no light tank, pretty confident. I spotted it was the KV4 I think was crossing. I missed my shot, and then my team did manage to pen theirs though, and we punished those tanks. That tank, and then STA2 was crossing, so I decided to go for him rather than these two tanks that are peeking, because I wanted to pay my or focus on the tier 10, which was more of a threat and is crossing rather than the guys that are just holding. So Carnarvon wasn't really a priority here, and you'll see in this replay how strong this tank is if played carefully. And I don't know if I would ever say it. I didn't think I would ever say it, but I am actually in love with the big gun now. I had few games I played before this game as well, and I had fun playing every match with this gun. The DPM is low, the aim time is low, but the big gun has advantages as well, especially once you get used to the shell velocity. It has better heat pens, better against tier 10 TDs or tier 10 heavies. In addition, you have to just expose yourself less. So even if your DPM is less slightly, it doesn't matter because you don't have to expose yourself that much. So whenever you peak, you do more damage. And that's where, and considering how these days it's all about alpha, big gun is fun. And initially I thought it might be, the shell velocity might be too slow comparable to the bat that we have, but the shells go straight, so it doesn't feel that slow. I was able to make it work, and you will see the game has this big, like 3 minutes into the game, I have 2700 assist damage and 3600 damage. And because of the alpha, if someone is injured, I can just take them out of the game, and did not even get spotted when I killed that scorpion. I made a mistake before Pantera earlier, as I loaded heat missed. This time, as you can see, I aimed at Pantera. I moved my camera again so that the target doesn't get triggered. Because target was never triggered, I was able to fully aim, and even when I shot him, he was never targeted and he died for no reason, or without getting targeted. And that's the reason he was just kind of overexposing, was also because if I started looking at him, he would have been targeted and it would have gotten covered. And that's where RBRT comes in handy. You just move your camera away and bam, they would think no one's aiming at them, and of course would take some serious damage. 4400 damage scores even. We're slightly winning by a bit, so I decided to go back, but made a mistake though, because as I was coming back, I thought they're not pushing. Their medium pushed our M60 that was holding. If I was there, I would have definitely shot a shot into Centuro, but unfortunately I wasn't. Even the Centuro goes down to grill now, but I missed that opportunity and M60 does go down. Now STI is confident and he's moving forward. I don't have an angle to shoot him as I'm pretty low to the ground, so looking for an opportunity to take him out. And since I have advanced reload, I can switch flawlessly or quickly between AP, heat and AT. And now since he's low health, we went for an AT round, pretty confident. I will kill him no matter where I hit. Usually go for tracks because that's where you do more damage rather than hitting the hull in the heavy tanks. Scores once again, it's even. I'm at 3 kills, and I wanted to push forward at this point because the three tanks in front of us, two of them are tier 8s and then one of them is tier 10 bat, but that is one shot as well. So there are two one shots for me as well as Grill and a full health Eunice that is two shot, but not really a threat. I wanted this Grill to come with me, but unfortunately he decided to retreat. Not the best play here because we had the overmatch. They are coming from the backside as well. So once they come to the A line, it would be trouble for us as we need to get rid of numbers as soon as possible. But unfortunately, it happens. Our medium went around. He could have started putting cap pressure, but instead he went back. Not cap pressure farm them, but like he's kind of going into them too close. This game didn't have many tier tanks, but there were significant, or decent amount, I guess, because we shot STI2, we shot IS4, and then obviously a bat. So Type 5 take out the Dragon, and now they're free to push the B line as there's no pressure. We have another Borsig, VK Alpha, and a Grill, and then they have full health, but again not the best HP. However, I do have this big gun that cannot be taken lightly. I decided to pick this side in case I can spot someone. That's what happened. The bat gets spotted. I didn't fully aim, but the soft dispersion is really good with the big gun, and I do ended up taking bat out, and I felt confident at this point because he was a threat. He could clip me if I push forward. Since bat was there, I felt confident to just go around as there might be one or two tanks. I could one-shot KPZ, and then I can handle Udis because it is fixed hull. He can't really chase me even if you wanted. And I do have decent reload for such a big alpha. Moving forward, as I said, the bigger gun does have better mobility, better power to weight, and since the tank doesn't really weigh much, you can rotate around quickly. Our team has made a mistake though. They're all at C2. They're not even looking at the heavy tanks or the tanks that will come to the backside, as they can farm, especially Grill with its great camo. The medium gets spotted on the lower side. He was trying to spot our team, so I was pretty confident that it's just one tank who will be there, and even he might have moved forward. So everything seems to be going well for me at this point. KPZ goes down by Grill, and the score's even, but again, my concern is the Type 5. Our team would struggle against him, especially because no one's watching the backside. So I wanted to rush this here so they can rotate around. Sturv finished our Borsig. Sturv again a really good tank when it comes to camo though. However, you would see here why Borsig with camo build is just better. I almost died, by the way. Do not jump while moving fast. So anyways, Sturv is spotted, loaded HE as I can pen him with HE. I was hoping for a one shot, maybe fire, but 879 roll. Not to mention, I was not spotted when I fired. And at the same time, their team is on the cap now. I thought I had a little bit more time since they had a type, but some of their tanks put the cap pressure. Sturv turned towards me, but I could tell, like when he was spotted earlier, that I would get the shot without. I'll get the first shot because I'll outspot him. Their heavies are at our base. Again, it's unfortunate. If our Grill had like repositioned, they could have done some damage to the Type. Type is pretty healthy. The heavy is one shot for me, but unfortunately Grill goes down to the HE of Type 5. I don't think I did anything wrong so far. I think I kind of played it flawlessly. I do make mistakes time to time, but I don't think I have done any in this game. Or maybe it's just the tank. You can't make any mistake here. So decided to take an angle, wait for Type 5 to show me his side turret. I do have like slow shell velocity, and Type 5 does have very troll armor. I wanted him to have like a sure shot as he's pushing our VK Alpha. T-54 finishing him off, and Type is now turning his turret, giving me an opportunity. I fire. I thought I missed, but I didn't. 676 roll. The tank destroyer is one shot, but is now pushing me, bringing my total to 6,800. And I want to create a distance between the heavies as well as myself and TD so that they can come one at a time. Type being slow, decided to rotate out and move away. Thought I can outplay them. However, one of the tanks started capping. Unfortunate, because maybe they thought it's just one tank. It's just easier to cap. I don't think it was the TD. It was probably the Type or the heavy tank, but only one tank. So I was hoping it's a tier 8 though, and I can get to the cap quickly and maybe kill him. But by this time I realized I will not be able to get to the cap. But nonetheless, pretty good game for me, I would say, for a tier 8 in a tier 10 with 6800 and 2700 assist. However, the game is not over yet. Still more action incoming. Trying, hoping, maybe he'll get off the cap last second. Maybe I'm keeping my gun on the backside because I know that SU is coming, right? So I kept my gun on the backside as well. I was thinking maybe the type will come to the bridge, as he was kind of close to it and might shoot me in the back. But yeah, have the camera angle front. And once I kind of got at this position, I thought there's no way he can. I'll be spotted anymore, and the game is over. I did what I could. However, as I peeked here, the TD did spot me. I moved forward a little, made a mistake. I took my time to aim though, so I do kill the TD. However, type also came back. If I didn't if I was like stopped a second before, I would not have died there though. However, nonetheless, the top XP in a losing battle in a tier 8, in a tier 10 game. I would also think, I haven't played like many games in Borsig lately, but it's safe to say this is my highest damage in Borsig with 7500 damage. 6 kills, and if we had won this would have been a huge game. But nonetheless, absolutely love the tank. Let me know what you think about this tank. If you love taking it out time to time, or do you prefer the Iron Rain? So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.